Metaphysical, metaphors for the lyrical. Liberal with my literature, painting words get the visual. Everyone claim Picasso, I'm claiming Leo da Vinci. A man right out of NC, and Renaissance is what's in me. Art, write another Mona Lisa fairy tale, cause every tale you can relate to it very well. I never fail, like valedictorians. The passion is where I win. I'm fashion without a trend. I am vintage, words coming out like a sixth sense. Offended by my words, but niggas feeling defenseless. People paid attention, so I'm getting expenses. They say talk is cheap, but I'm getting expensive. God, I can't complain in the hands you dealt. I'm asing for the heaven while I just stand in hell. Be a king in this land, write a brand new tale. Cause a man known for wisdom is a man new well, word to Curtis Blow. It's like the jungle, trying to level your head above and not below. It bellows. All in my head, it says hello. Common sense stringing along, playing the cello like. Hello, my name is Amir Thompson. Originally from Raleigh, North Carolina. Lived out here in Wilmington for about 5 years. Went to school out in Raleigh, went to school in Greensboro. Went to school at A&T for a little bit. Didn't finish, but you know. Came out here for film, you know, writing scripts, I act, I do all of that. And you know, music, that's like a second passion right there with the acting, like art in general, you know, I like all of that. But
what do you do in music?
I rap. So I'm an artist for hip hop. I like lyrics. I like telling the story. I like giving insight. I like giving people something to look at. You know, lyrical art is how I look at it. You know, that I put out. You know, like everybody has, you know, what they do. You know, well, my recent notebook, I've actually, you know, I always jump from one notebook to the next. Start with composition books, and then I like these one subject 70 sheets. But I mean, it's got stuff all from We Want More. That's the song Dreamcatcher. That's Diamond. I got a few things on some new stuff I'm working with, Talking Walls. But this is something I'm planning on doing, like hopefully an old school hip hop mixtape. This would probably be off of that Nas Made You Look. Man, he was hitting on that, you know. So like I want to hit some old school hip hop and everything. I mean, I'll spit this real quick. And this kind of reflecting on, because you know it's like, you know, oh, they shooting. I'm just kind of shooting at our town, Wilmington. You know, I love Wilmington, but it's what we see, what we live, you know, and everything like that. So in a town where they perked up on Adderall, after all, when you on drugs, it ain't bad at all. That's for y'all. Pop a few, crack a beer, have a ball, pass out at your door, wake up and ask for more. Short niggas acting tall, tall niggas acting small. Group of y'all, but when you by yourself, you start acting soft. In the game, they won't pass the ball. Man, it's sad as all. Drinking down the alcohol and spitting out the ethanol. Look at comparisons, man. You can't be that serious, man. It's just so hilarious. Caught all up in your arrogance, man. It's just so unfair, man. A caveman to Sumerian. I don't know if you're caring, but this is looking embarrassing. Who really want to go bar for bar like a prison guard whose job is to count the yard? I'm giving you 16, yeah, that Paul Gasol. I'm Kareem Abdul, I out-hooked your bars. I got the game on lock, and it's feeling safe. Your diction is fiction. What's my real to your fake? I haven't finished it. Like I said, it's work in progress. I grew up in a household where all I had was there was oldies, gospel, and jazz being played. I wasn't introduced into hip hop until like I was 13 or 14, and that was actually from the cousin who called me. Like he's like my older brother, and you know, I went up the north of New Jersey and everything, spent time with him, and he was just naming artists like, you know, I've heard songs. Not saying I haven't heard anything. Like I know about, you know, Big and Pac and all of that, but I never like listened to their albums as a young boy, you know what I'm saying, or anything like that. So, you know, he's naming artists, and you know, at the time, you know, I didn't know. Like, you know, I heard of Nas, but I didn't know Nas, you know what I'm saying. So it was like one of those things. And he gave me a whole bunch of CDs. It was like, you can have these, just listen to them. And that's kind of how I got introduced to changing over to listen to something more of a modern day thing that I guess, you know, people my age were listening to. Like, you know, I was stuck in the old stuff. But so that's what it is. It's got the A for Amir, dream on. That's something we always live for, you know. We all dream catches. Simple, but yet very, very, very like complex at the same time. I like to call myself, you know, a dream catcher. That's a little motto thing I've been coming up with, and that's not just for me. That's for everybody. You know, I think we're all dream catchers in a sense, because I mean, if there's something you're passionate about, it's something you love, you should go for it. And that falls into what I talk about. I talk about achieving what they think is impossible. You know, even when all the doubters and haters and the naysayers, they're all like, you can't do it, give up. You know, they were putting all this energy and trying to keep you back, whereas if you just focus on that energy instead of going back at them, and you actually keep focusing on your goals, you're gonna get them. You know, nothing is impossible. It's just certain things take time. You know, and that's pretty much what I fall into. It's all positivity. Like I don't shun against those who rap about, you know, your guns, your drugs, you know, the alcohol or whatever like that. I mean, if you're really living that lifestyle, that's perfectly fine. You know, like, go ahead, you know, talk about it. If you're dealing drugs, you know, down the street and everything like that, hey, that's your life. There's going to be people who are living that same lifestyle that are going to understand that and relate to it. I'm trying to hit an aspect where it could be about that, but I didn't say that because I don't do that, you know.
Right.
I mean, I don't, you know, I'm not a drug dealer. I mean, I've, you know, known some, you know, I've never, you know, shot anybody or nothing like that, but I know some people, you know, I've firsthand experience living in you know, south side of Raleigh. You get to see everything. You don't have to necessarily be partaking in it. You know, I had a group of friends, you know, everybody gets into mischief when you're teens and everything like that. But I never did anything that was too out of the hand that would like upset my parents or like make anybody look bad and everything. I was always about just, you know, hanging out with friends and having a good time and everything. But that's what I bring into my music, just a good time of who I am, you know, things we can all relate to that are, you know, 80s babies and even 90s babies that understand. I give references to certain things, maybe TV shows or something that everybody knew and grew up on. But like I said, the overall thing is obtaining the dream, obtaining your goal, like dream the impossible, you know, because it is possible.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing we can't do without a little effort put forth. Just, you know, stay focused.
Yeah, we out here, girl. Wilmington. Yeah, we out here, girl. City, stand up.